Okay, greetings, folks. All right, so let's have a look at the next question to come through. This question is about fire, air, and water and earth, the elements. Now, I covered water briefly, and there's a request for the other elements. Now, we can talk about the elements all day and generate an intellectual sensibility to it, but practicing the elements is far greater. Now, if let's say you go to one of my videos on fire element, vital breathing, and initially most of the triggers in building the ball to feel vital energy are electric or fire element based. They're kind of putting your will in the ball, stretching the joints, hanging the muscles, opening the joints, and breathing into the ball to create a magnetic repelling force between the hands. The moment you feel that magnetic repelling force, you instantly go, oh, there's fire element. These two forces are repelling each other. And that fire element opens up the first door to, this is how life force initiates the element of fire. And when you contemplate it from fire to fire and water, electric to magnetic and electromagnetic, the way energy is interacting between these two forces, then we get the sense of, electromagnetic energy is electric repelling and expanding, reaching its extreme, and magnetic contracting and pulling it back in to reach its extreme till it begins to repel again. So the energy expands and contracts. So if you build a ball of energy and you just feel it, there's a humming in it, there's an expansion in it, there's a contraction in it, there's a flux in the electromagnetic energy of that vital ball. So it's electromagnetic. It's composed fire expanding, water contracting, air is the motion itself, movement is air element, and a condensing into form for us to have these experiences is earth element. So starting from that, those two electric and magnetic, moving into air to earth to create the four, gives you a nice foundation as to what you're working with. Gives you a nice sense of, okay, I'm starting to get what this means. All right, so experiencing fire element and then plucking the joints while you vital breathe into the ball, just slowly pulling the joints open, changes the characteristics to water element, where the vital energy becomes more magnetic and the electromagnetic takes on a different quality. Instead of repelling, it still has the repelling field there, but it's expanding as if your hands are being pulled apart rather than being pushed apart. So the energy is increasing because you're putting energy in, but you're increasing the magnetic, which creates a different feeling in the field. The sensations change. So all you have to do is pluck the joints of the body while you pore breathe into the ball, while you vital breathe into the ball, and the magnetic field increases. Now, if you gently pluck all the joints upwards and stretch your spine and lift the chest and make yourself a bit lighter and lift your hands to point upwards if you're holding a ball from underneath, and I'll go into the idea of lightness as you breathe, the air element will begin to activate and the energy will vibrate faster, more erratic. It'll release upwards, become less efficient in containing itself and more efficient in dissipating itself. And it'll take on a different feeling quality. Your body feels lighter, your joints feel lighter, your muscles feel lighter. And if you get up and walk in this state, you'll feel like you're using the fascia more than the muscles, because the fascia is what tunes the elasticity of the body, and the air element peaks through using elasticity. So if you build air element and go for a run, you'll feel the fascia increase its usability and usefulness, and you'll get a sense of what the air element is. Now, you want to make these things as practical as possible every day. So someone asked a question, how is clairvoyance useful? Now, if you're breathing vital energy through the eyes and you get a sensitivity to seeing life force on a person reduces just before they get sick. So a loved one might be, the energy might be down, and so like, oh, your energy's down. Let's have some fresh greens. Here's a green juice. Let's do some vital breathing, energizing. Let's do some stress release. Let's eat some super healthy food. Where is your body lacking in nutrition, and so forth? You'll ask these questions and resolve what is the cause of this low vital energy that you see within a person you love. It can be very useful, very immediately, very quickly. If you're with a person who is nearing death, their life force will go to black, from grey to black, and it'll reverse 24 hours or so before they die. And you start seeing that reversal, start charging them with light to either kick them back to a life state or give them an easy transition. Light will do both, so that when it's their time to go, they transition easily and move into light, not into a state of chaos and stress and discomfort. So you can make a person's transition easy, or get them transition later, restore them back to health so they don't need to transition, pass away, or say basically die. So it's very handy for that. If you're a counselor, you can see emotional problems in the astral body. If you're a healer, you can see congestions of energy, disruptions in the organs. If you're a teacher, you get a sense of seeing what needs to be done to teach more efficiently. If you're a bricklayer, you'll see the sacred geometry of the brick and what's the best way to position it when you put that brick in. Where is it strongest? What feels right? When you're looking at the earth currents and earth movements, there's a vortex. Should I go stand in front of it and practice, or go stand on top of it? Clairvoyance literally has thousands of applications to improve your life and improve your path of service and improve the life of others. You're basically using your eyes with superpowers. You're taking the ability to use your normal physical eyesight and expand the range of what you can do with it for the betterment of yourself, society, service, whatever use cases are. And this list can go on and on and on for a very long time. Clairvoyance, so for the person who asked that question, clairvoyance, super, super handy and powerful. Okay, let's move on from elements, clairvoyance. I'll reset the video for the next topic. It might be a bit easier.